live again today. 2 streams in 1 day is kinda crazy work. But
First time
that's
ever been done, I think.
No, we've done twice.
We've done? Mm.
I'm pretty sure we've gone live twice. But, we're talking about college football, man. So we're getting pretty hyped, honestly. Just gotta pull up my information. So we had an interesting week of college football. Week 11 was, pretty interesting wise in the ranking world. Texas A&M solidified that they, in my opinion, are the best team in the SEC. They gave Missouri the belt. Texas Tech, if you want to call it an upset, they beat seventh ranked BYU. Oregon had a quite interesting game, crazy game against Iowa. They took down the Hawkeyes on a game winning field goal. Notre Dame gave Navy the belt. Two ACC teams went down. Wake Forest beat number 14 Virginia, and Cal beat number 15 Louisville in overtime. Vanderbilt had a thriller against Auburn. They beat them in overtime. Miami defeated Syracuse, keeping their playoff hopes alive. And Wisconsin somehow won a football game, and they beat number 23 Washington, getting rid of their playoff hopes. So we look at the playoff bracket right now. Let me see if they have it up or not. They don't have it up, which is fantastic. But as of right now, the top 4 seeds would be Alabama or Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama. I'll pull up their official bracket. Week 2 of the CFP bracket will come out tomorrow. So we're doing a little bit early, but who cares? So obviously a lot of stuff happened this week. What's up, chat? So BYU lost. We have to take all these things into consideration. So Memphis lost, Virginia lost, and BYU lost. So they will not, in my opinion, Virginia most likely will not be in. Memphis will most likely not be in the playoffs anymore. But yeah, we're going to talk about who's overrated, who's underrated in these college football playoffs. And we're going to start here with the underrated teams in the brackets right now. Teams that should be in the playoffs, sleeper teams to look at. Obviously, underrated team to look at for me is Ole Miss. And right now they're ranked number 6, but I think they could be ranked higher. Now they did lose to Georgia. No, they beat Georgia. No, they didn't. They lost to Georgia. That was their only loss. But they're a good team. Trinidad Chambliss is a really friggin' good quarterback coming out of D2. So I think Ole Miss is a really good sleeper team to look at. Another sleeper team to keep in mind is Vanderbilt. Now, Vanderbilt, I don't know if they're going to be in the playoffs or not, but I think Vanderbilt's got a really fun team to look at, and I would love to see them make the playoff. I think that would be really awesome to see. And then one more underrated team I want to look at is Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech out of the ACC. They only have one loss. They had a tough loss a week or two ago, but Haynes King is legit. He's super good. I'm excited to see what he can do if he goes to the draft this year, which I'm pretty sure he will. But Georgia Tech, they've got pretty lightweight schedule coming up, but then they have Georgia in that last week, which will be really interesting to see because it'll be at Georgia Tech. They brought Georgia 7 overtimes last year. In my opinion, that Georgia team last year is better than this one. But yeah, I think Georgia Tech should be in my opinion. That's my underrated for now, at least. What do you got?
All right. So I'm gonna start off with the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I agree, bro. They're good, bro.
I know they're an 8, which is like, I mean, still pretty good. But the Big 12 officially runs through them. They are the team in the Big 12. Um, and I mean, they're honestly one of the teams to beat. Period. They have, let's see here,
They
top
got
10
freaking good
defense,
defense, bro.
top 10 defense. That's captained by David Bailey. David Bailey's going to be a top 10 pick this year. I'm excited to see where he goes in the NFL. And they got a top 10 offense too. Man, they're pretty good, to say the
They
least.
gave BYU some straight belt.
Yeah. Moving on to my next team. This is actually, I'm surprised you didn't mention this, but I'm going to take the USF Bulls. Uh, I really like what they got going for them at the moment. I think that they are the group of 5
You
team.
think they're a big group of 5? Okay.
I think they're the winner. They're sitting at 24 at the moment.
Don't forget James Madison. They have the best group of 4 record.
Oh
James
yes,
Madison 8-1.
but I mean, if you look at this, um, they beat some notable teams. They beat Florida. Florida's
Florida's hot dumpster fire though.
I know, but Florida's a power. They're a power team. Power 4. They beat Boy. They kicked the crap out of Boise State. They barely lost to Memphis. So, I mean, that was 34-31. And their only actual loss was against Miami. And Miami is one of my favorite teams this year so far. So I like USF. I like Texas Tech. Hold on. I got to look at the top 25 here just to get a good look at it. Do I say Bam? Do you really count Bama as underrated at this
I don't
point? I
think we
don't think
keep them
so.
as underrated because they're ranked number 4 in the country, honestly.
Yeah, we can't have Bama as underrated. Shoot, bro, I can't pull up the top 25 polls. It's on ESPN for some reason. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. CAA rankings, coaches AP poll. All right, here we go.
Holy smokes! Did you see SDSU drop to 15?
Yeah, I saw it. That's
That's
pathetic.
insane, dude.
Pathetic. All right. My last sleeper that I'm gonna pick here is I really like I really like Utah and Miami for that matter, but I like the 15, 16 Utah and Miami. But I really like Utah, man. I just do. They are the second best team in the Big 12 at the moment. They're ranked 15, and their running back is a stud. I love I always forget his name, but they have a great running back at Utah. Um, they obviously won that big Big 12 game. I can't remember what was it against. Who did they beat a couple weeks ago? That they gave the belt to.
Utah. I mean,
No, they lost to BYU.
yeah, they lost to BYU. Let me look.
They beat
Did
Arizona.
they?
They
Yeah,
beat
they did.
Arizona. They beat Arizona State. Kicked the crap out of them, and they kicked the crap out of Cincinnati. I was thinking of Cincinnati.
Yeah, they beat the frick
Cincinnati.
out of
They
Cincinnati.
beat the frick out of Cincinnati, and Cincinnati was pretty good, and they sent a message to Cincinnati, and I think they are a much better team than what they were a few weeks ago. I think they kind of got their heads out of their butt after they lost to Texas Tech, and and I think that this could be the 11th seed, depending on how things shake out.
Interesting.
Uh, the 12 will either be James Madison or USF. So that's my 3.
Okay, yeah, I gotta agree. Yeah, Utah definitely a sleeper team for sure. Another team I forgot to mention was Louisville. They lost, and I don't think they'll be in contention anymore. But if there were things that could happen, um, right now they're sitting at 5th in the ACC. So most likely, more or not, they're probably not going to make it. But if they were, this team is real sleeper. They can beat ranked teams any day of the week, but they can also lose to unranked teams any day of the week too. Inconsistent, but sleeper team, no doubt for me. Um, okay, now let's do some overrated. Okay, I want to hear your overrateds first.
I overrated. All right, I gotta pull this.
I've got, I've
I
got,
got I
I've
gotta
got
pull this
some, bro.
poll up again. CFP. I gotta pull the poll up again. Let's see. Okay, this one goes without saying, but first of all, I'm picking Oregon. I just don't like Oregon. I think Dante Moore is not that good of a quarterback. Um, he shouldn't be a first round pick. Or maybe that's just me. But Oregon, man, they're just a boring team. They just hang around a lot in games. They just do. They're a team that just hangs around way too long in games. They got beat by Indiana, which not good. Uh, barely beat Penn State.
Yeah, look out.
That's embarrassing. Let's see what else. I mean, they beat Wisconsin by 2 scores in the kind of competitive game, and then we all know about the Iowa game, the heartbreak that from the Iowa fans. That game was disgusting.
Yeah, it was
Iowa,
a terrible game to watch, bro. I was just
uh,
so bummed.
yeah, I honestly think Oregon probably should have lost that game, but I
Both
think
those teams deserve to lose that game, bro. They both
I
played
think
terrible.
Oregon's gonna be a first round exit. I really do. Nothing screams excitement for me. Yeah. My second overrated team. Let's look here. Ooh, I don't. This one might be hot, but I'm gonna say Notre Dame is overrated. Um, CJ Carr, good quarterback. Probably better than whoever they had last year. Jeremiah Love, everybody knows about
Whoa,
him.
whoa! You think he's better than Riley Leonard?
I do. I think CJ Carr's better than Leonard.
Okay.
He's been playing better. He's been CJ Carr's been playing solid, dude. 2,270 or 2,275 passing yards, 19 touchdowns. It's pretty good. Um, Jeremiah Love, everybody knows about him. He's solid. But um, Notre Dame does not have a single good win this year. They just don't.
No.
USC, I mean USC is what they got so far. They beat USC by 10, but you lost to Miami and you lost to Texas A&M, and I know it was a combined 4 points, but I mean those are the teams that are basically at the near your level right now. Well, Texas A&M's not near your level, but Miami is near you right now. So, um, this proves that when it comes to like the actual power conferences, that I don't think they can win big games against the actual teams in the real conferences. And I think just making their own schedule every year
Yeah.
proves to benefit them. They play Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll be an interesting one, especially for ACC dynamics. To see
yeah,
what
that'll
happens
that'll
there.
be weird.
If Pitt can win that game, they'll jump up pretty high.
Yeah, and I think if they want to make it, they got to win on out. You can't get in with 3 losses. So you got to beat Pittsburgh, you got to beat Syracuse, and you got to beat Stanford. So I don't know. I just think overall they're not that. They're not all that this year. Last year I predicted them to make the Natty. Um,
Yeah, I called you kind of an idiot for that one, but you got me on that one.
this year I don't think they're gonna go as near as far. So that's that. Moving on. We'll go one more team. We'll go one more team. Pick 3 again here. I got to get off Notre Dame here. Okay, moving on. This one's pretty easy, in my opinion. But it's obviously got to be Indiana. I mean,
Interesting.
Nate. I think that Penn State game, kinda showed a lot of who they were. I just think that, they hanged way too close in that Penn State game. They had no business keeping it as close to what they did, and they honestly probably should have lost, but Penn State doesn't know how to manage games. They're crap. And, Indiana too, haven't played anybody good. I know it's a common argument everybody likes to say for when it comes to college football rankings is, "Oh, this team hasn't played anybody good, blah, 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 blah." They legitimately have not played a single worthy team, besides Oregon, and they lost to Oregon. And
No, they beat
Oregon's
Oregon.
Oh, they beat Oregon. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they currently have the best record in college football. They're 10 and
Oh,
0.
yeah, they are undefeated. They are undefeated. Okay.
They're 10 and 0, but they have a bye week
Hold on. Let me pull up
next
their
week.
schedule.
Next
Let
week
me
they have a
pull up
bye
who they
week.
played. In
They I'll tell you this, they have taken care of every team that they have played. They've given like they have
mm,
not had any they've had 2 close games, and it was last week, and they played a close game against Iowa.
I just don't know, man. Their schedule's soft. Obviously, you can't control that. But the game against that Penn State game, definitely boosts my rankings down towards them. And the Iowa game too. I don't know what I mean. Iowa might low key be just a weird. Their low key might be just the weirdest team in college football this
They
year.
are the weirdest team. They always are.
Um, but they should have easily beat Iowa. And I think just because they're 10-0 doesn't mean they're the 2 spot. I think A&M's a much better team than them. They had a much harder strength of schedule. Um, I mean, maybe you could also argue Bama's better. Bama's been through the gauntlet, and I mean, they've looked ever since that Tennessee game, they've been on a complete momentum change, so I'm saying Indiana's overrated, so
Okay. Um, last year I was a complete overall hater of Indiana. I said they were the most overrated team in the country. Obviously, I was right based off of what happened in that first playoff game against Notre Dame. But in my opinion, Indiana has the Heisman on their team. Fernando Mendoza is a stud, so I don't think Indiana is overrated. I just don't think they should be ranked as high. Texas A&M has proved that they uh, deserve. They are a top 2 team in this country. And Alabama has won 8 straight games in a row in the SEC. They haven't dropped an SEC game all year. One of 2 teams do that, them and A&M. Indiana has not played a soul, um, except for Oregon. They did win that game. I'll give them props. They won that on the road. They should be a top 4 team. I think they are a top 4 team, but I don't think they're 1, 2, or 3. Uh, so I don't think they're overrated, but I don't think they're as good as everyone's hyping them up to be. Also, I agree with that Penn State statement. That showed a lot about who they actually are. Okay, I'm gonna get into my overrated. You kind of took Oregon and Notre Dame. I agree with everything. Dante Moore's a true freshman, so you got to give him time. But I think next year he's got potential to be pretty good, even better than he is now. Oregon will be a first round exit. I have no doubt about that. Um, this one might surprise you. Georgia. I think Georgia is extremely overrated this year.
wow.
They
Wow.
they completely got dismantled by Alabama. They were in a close game against Florida, which they had no business being in a close game with Florida. They had a close game against Auburn. They got bailed out by the refs in that game. They beat Ole Miss because they were at home, and they lost to Alabama because they by only by 3, but they were not in control the whole game. And then they barely beat Tennessee because Tennessee's kicker forgot how to make a kick. So there's at least two or three losses right there that they should have had. Now, are they going to lose out? Are they going to lose any more games in the regular season? Probably not. But I don't think they're going to make the SEC championship game. So obviously they'll probably get a top seed uh, without the bye. But yeah, I think they're overrated. They lost in in the second round last year, their first game. I don't know if they're going to do that again, but definitely I don't think they're as good as everyone's hyping them up to be. So there's that. And then also looking at number 10 right now in the AP poll is Texas. Texas started as the number one team in the country. They dropped all the way to unranked, and now they're back up to number 10. So like looking at their schedule, right? They beat Vandy by 3 at home. Okay, that was a solid win. I'll give them that. But they beat Mississippi State in overtime. That's not a good win. They beat Kentucky in overtime. That's not a good win. They beat Oklahoma in the Red River. They kind of gave them belt. That was a good win, I guess. But they lost to Florida, which is not good. Not good at all. Arch Manning has not looked fantastic all year. He looked pretty good against Vandy, but I don't know if he can continue that. They have Georgia this week at Georgia at night. They will get spanked in this game. That's my prediction. Georgia will spank Texas, and not because Georgia's insane. It's because Texas is not that good. Steve Sarkisian is reportedly looking for an NFL job, so that might be throwing something off too. So Texas is one of my overrated teams. And the other overrated team I have is BYU. BYU absolutely got exposed on Saturday. Their quarterback wears number 47, so that should tell you everything that you need to know. They really only have one good win, and that's against Utah. And it was a close game because it's a rivalry game. Other than that, they barely beat Colorado, who's not a good team. They barely beat Arizona, who's not a good team. They beat Iowa State pretty good. But other than that, they really haven't played a soul. So BYU overrated as buns, in my opinion. They're not. Everyone saw who they truly are last week, and I think that's true for sure. I don't think they're going to win a playoff game if they do somehow end up making it. And then I want to do one more team. Um, and there's kind of two teams, but I don't know if either of them are going to make it. So I'm just going to go number 16 and number 17. Miami is overrated and USC is overrated. USC has lost all their important games. They beat Nebraska because Dylan Raiola got hurt. They lost Notre Dame. They lost to Illinois. Illinois is not a good team. Illinois is not a good football team. Beat Northwestern. They got Iowa in 2 weeks at home. That'll be kind of an important game. But then they have Oregon after that one. I don't see them winning that one. USC overrated if they make it. Miami also extremely overrated if they make it. Carson Beck looks really good sometimes, but then he looks mediocre. Miami sold the bag against SMU 2 weeks ago. They sold the bag to Louisville a couple weeks back. They barely beat a terrible Florida State team. They beat Notre Dame at the beginning of the year, but that Notre Dame team is not the same team that we have right now. Miami, USC, if they make it, extremely overrated. But yeah, my main three are Georgia, Texas, and BYU, I'd say right now.
Okay.
Who do we want to say are, as of right now, who do we say our top Natty picks would be right now? Who do we think would win Natty right now?
How many? 3? You have 3 teams?
Yeah, let's give 3 teams. Your 3 best teams that can win the Natty.
Okay. Okay, I'm obviously gonna start with Texas A&M. I think they're the best team in the country. I know that might be hot, might not be hot take,
No, I
but
don't think that's ridiculous at all to say that.
I like Marcel
Marcel
Reed.
Reed.
He's just really good. Didn't expect him to be the best quarterback in the SEC. but he is. And I mean, yeah, man, they've been battle tested and they've beaten pretty much everybody that they've beaten literally everybody. Everybody that they've played.
It's embarrassing. They only got 4 votes for number 1,
Yeah, I know.
and they've taken care of every team
They've
except
taken
for
care of Notre
Arkansas
Dame,
and Auburn, I guess.
LSU, Missouri, which at the time they were ranked 22. Now Missouri's fallen off. I mean,
Gave some belt to LSU.
yep. And I mean, yeah, they've beaten 3 ranked teams. It looks like so far, and they still have yet to play Texas. So it'll be interesting there.
That'll be a really good game at Texas. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see for sure.
My number 2 team that I like winning it. This I don't. This is where it gets a little. You could pick a bunch of different teams. But I'll go with Bama. I like Alabama a lot. I mean, everybody knows what happened after the Florida State loss at the beginning of the year. Uh, Everybody wanted their head coach to be gone, and ever since then, completely different team. Beat Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, 4 ranked teams right there. They beat LSU too. And they play Oklahoma this week too. So if they beat Oklahoma, I think it's safe to say that they'll deserve a first round bye, definitely. So that's my second team. I mean, I don't think you can really argue with those 2 teams being at the top. I don't think anybody can. And my third team, I just don't. Third team.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me
I'll
1
get.
second. Let
I'll
me
get.
think
I'll
about
wait
it.
for you.
All right, we're good.
All right, my third team. I just don't. I think Ohio State's a weird team. I really do. Um, I just don't know what to think of Ohio State. They've won every single game they've played. Kind of same argument as Indiana. Haven't really played a ton of talent. I don't count Illinois as a solid win. Illinois sucks. So your only real win was against Texas, and Texas is. I don't know what to think about Texas either. And they still have to play Michigan, and so that will be a big deciding point for me. And until then, I can't really grasp an opinion on them. I'm looking at Old Miss. I really like Old Miss a lot, um, but their schedule is just kind of weird. They've just I wouldn't say they've played bombs, but like they've played Georgia State, Tulane, they played the Citadel. Like I don't know. They played their only like team at their level they played was Georgia, and they lost that. So I'm skeptical on Ole Miss. So with that, my third team, this might be a little bit crazy to win it. I'm picking Texas Tech. I really like them. At the beginning, I said they're underrated,
Wow.
and I stand by
Wow.
it. Their
Tech?
defense is their
Holy
deep.
smokes.
I know it's a hot take, but like their defense,
They do have a good team, though.
their defense is probably the best in the country. It's up there with Miami's. David Bailey, like I said, is a stud, and they're. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just they beat Utah. They beat BYU. Um, they beat Houston. Houston's a decent team. I'm not saying they're anything like to brag about, but Houston's solid. And I mean, I just think that their defensive line is like I've said a million times, but it's the best in the country. So we
So
saw. I
you're
mean,
so what are you top 3?
Top
A&M.
3: A&M, Bama, Texas Tech.
Okay.
I can't pick Ohio State because Ohio State is just if I just don't know what to think about them. They have Julian. They have a true freshman quarterback. They've yet to play Michigan, and they've just had a weird schedule too. So that's that.
Okay. I gotta agree with you. At my one spot, Texas A&M is looking too good right now to be beaten.
Yep.
Marcel Reed, honestly, should be talked about in the Heisman conversation. I don't know why he's not. It's really just between Mendoza and Sand, which I think is fine, but I think Marcel Reed, like, have him be in the conversation, man. He's in like the hardest conference in the country, and he hasn't lost a game yet.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, Texas A&M is just looking too good for me not to pick. I think they are my number one pick to win the Natty right now, as of November 10th. But we'll probably do a stream predicting each game, I would guess. Um, but yeah, Texas A&M is my number one pick to win the Natty right now. Um, Number two, I just got to go Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State's taking care of everyone that they've played. Texas was a tight game, but it was the first game of the season. And I feel like if this Ohio State team right now played this Texas team right now, I think Ohio State would take care of business. Um, so I have Ohio State at my number two, projected to win the Natty. And then number three, I think Ole Miss, man. I think Ole Miss is just extremely overlooked, and I think if Alabama were to lose a game, if they were to lose to Auburn or Oklahoma, Texas A&M has got a tough game. They're up next, so they could easily make the SEC championship. They could easily win this game. Whoever they go against, they got a really good team coached by Lane Kiffin. Um, if they get a bye, they have a really good shot at making and winning the Natty. So my top three: Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. That's what I got.
All right.
All right, we got anything else we got to yap about on college?
No, I don't got much to
You
say.
don't got much else? Okay.
I don't
We
got
could
much.
talk. How about we talk about how trash SDSU is at football?
Oh yeah.
South Dakota State has lost 3 games in a row. Uh, they lost to USD, bro. Do you see they put that Dell's kid in? They're down to their third string quarterback now.
Really? Mm.
Yeah, Jack Henry from Dell Rapids is their starting quarterback right now. So
Wow. I think that it's really weird seeing them at the bottom of the FCS. It's usually always between them and NDSU.
yeah, which is too bad because honestly, yeah, Montana's looking
And
good
it's
this
also
year.
weird seeing USD beating them. Like that just never happens. It
Yeah,
very
but yeah,
rarely happens.
USD hasn't beaten SDSU since we were in like eighth grade. I'm pretty sure.
No, they beat them in 2021, like 3 or 4 years ago. But
Yeah, we were in eighth
before
grade. We were in eighth grade in 2021.
we were. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they threw that Hail Mary. Remember that?
Yep, I
Yeah,
remember
come
that.
on.
Anyways, uh, I think SDSU is screwed. So they're gonna have to face NDSU really early this year in Fargo. Um, and yeah, I mean it's NDSU all the way for the
Yeah,
FCS this
probably.
year.
They'll
It's
go back to back.
I mean they got Bryce Lance, Trey Lance's little brother.
Yeah, dude, he's a stud.
He's insane. I don't know if he'll be in the NFL or not, but I mean, if Trey Lance can make it, he can make it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why Trey Lance got the third overall pick. Um,
yeah, that's wild. Still can't believe the Niners did that, bro.
they got a really good running back at NDSU too. I'm trying to think of his name, but he's just really he reminds me of, Pierre Strong kind of.
Mhm.
The I feel like, honestly, the Browns could use him or something to back up Judkins. Like, I don't know. But if we're looking at the bigger picture of the FCS, I like NDSU and, the Grizzlies from Montana State. Or
I gotta agree, dude. Those 2 teams are just absolutely kicking the crap out of everybody, dude.
yeah,
And
it's not even close. We can pull up the FCS rankings. Hold on, we'll do that real quick.
yeah, so
FCS.
NDSU's 1, Montana's number 2. South Dakota State has Illinois State and North Dakota remaining, on the schedule.
Not Montana State. I was talking about Montana,
Yeah, yeah,
not Montana
Montana's
State.
number 2, Montana State's number 3.
Um,
Montana State's low-key sleeper, though, you gotta watch out for them.
yeah. So there's a couple of teams who are really weird. There's Tennessee Tech. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They haven't lost the game yet.
Yeah.
They're 10-0. Lehigh is
Lehigh,
also
who the frick is that?
Lehigh is also 10-0.
Yeah.
They're
They
ranked
have
number
given
4.
belt every single game.
Lehigh has? Really?
Lehigh, their closest game, they beat Richmond by 7. Holy smokes, Lehigh.
Okay. I don't know what else to say on that. Uh,
Harvard's good, bro. Harvard's 8-0.
yeah, I
All the
saw that.
smart kids.
But at the moment, South Dakota is currently 17, and South Dakota State is 16, so they have South Dakota below South Dakota State. And I think 24 get in playoffs.
Yeah.
So at the moment, they would be playing in the first round. SDSU would. Um, I don't know against who. It's a little bit too early to say who,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're cooked. They just suck.
Yep.
Need an offensive line. Need a quarterback. I don't
Yeah,
got
Chase
much.
Mason's got to get back, dude.
I don't got much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, college football's been it's been a good year this year, man. Really looking forward to the playoffs. I think we're gonna have some crazy upsets. Um, hopefully, all the teams that get a bye don't lose in the first round because that was kind of stupid. But yeah. Anyway, that's all we got for you guys. We're gonna try to get more weekly streams like this one and the one we did earlier today. But thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you guys want to see in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.